Good trip. Really great to meet you. Yeah, you too. Good job, man.
Thanks.
What do you think? Is he on the team?
Still a bit of it.
We're going to talk about it now.
Nostalgia a little later.
I think the Fat Cyclist did pretty good.
Thanks, man.
Better than we thought. The last time I saw him, he was on a beach cruiser with a basket, and I was worried when I thought about that. But he's hanging in there. There was one time he went to the front and was taking a pull. I think somebody who was pulling before you. A couple of our guys.
Yeah.
You guys upped it like 25% faster. I was like, okay, this.
I was afraid. I didn't want to.
I know. That's what happens. That's what happens.
So you did what do you do? 10 miles with the group?
Up the hill.
Yeah, up the hill.
10 miles of climbing, and then all of a sudden, there was some sort of unseen signal that everyone must have got, and everyone just disappeared as if they.
Did you guys accelerate?
Oh yes. Either that or I decelerated rapidly.
He did great.
Yeah.
Everybody was.
I've started the petition for the tour team.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So all those views of the picture, and I hashtagged it. I was like, Fat Cyclist Tour 2010. I mean, you got to be there.
Vote for Fatty.
The cobbles.
Oh, I'd be great.
Bro, the wind.
Absolutely.
Be good in that.
You bet.
The only thing is you're going to have to raise about $10 million to get in there. So you better talk to your people.
Dude, to get
Actually, you probably could.
I think overall it's been a great adventure the last 10 days. And I told you before you came here that we had a few surprises. So all your prizes, you gave them away. You gave the bike away. You gave the trip to Paris away. So you got another bike. You cannot give that away.
That's right. And I don't want to give that away.
So we spoke to Trek, and then Gary Fisher came in with another bike, I guess.
That's right.
There's another bike.
Custom painted Superfly.
Yeah. So, but since you gave that trip to Paris away for the tour, we got a call from AEG, who owns and organizes the Tour of California. And so you'll be invited, you and your whole family, to one stage of the Tour of California. And you also get to ride with me at one stage in the car.
Ooh! Oh.
That's the final prize for your not only for your performance of today, but for everything you did since it happened. So
I'm floored. That's amazing. Thank you. I will find a way. I will be there.
I'm having all of these cyclist dreams, just knocking them down, bing, bing. It's amazing. I still actually haven't even processed that, and even more so, having had a chance to meet some of these guys, and now I really root for them, and having got to know Johan a little bit more, and just such a terrific guy. Just really looking forward to doing that and seeing these guys again.
time for a nap. Yeah, good.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Johan.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's been our pleasure. It's been our pleasure. I think you're definitely part of the team.
It still seems a little bit surreal to have gone riding with some of the top riders in the whole world. There are so many people in this team that I have watched on television and cheered for in the Tour de France, for so many years, and so to actually ride with them and joke around with them, it's what is probably a once in a lifetime opportunity. So this is something that I am sure I'm not ever going to forget. These guys who are top pros and don't necessarily need to talk to anyone that they don't want to, but they were still incredibly friendly, and I got more hands up on the way up than I would have ever expected. As I was starting to fall off the back, they were pushing me along, saying, come on, you can stay with us, until it was clear there was no way I was going to be staying with anybody. So thinking about that, thinking about Johan, and I mean he was out there on the out there in the parking lot when I arrived last night. He was when I came in 20 minutes after, or 30 minutes, I don't know how long, an hour and a half after everyone else had come in and showered, he was out there still in the parking lot just waiting for me to come on in. And it's a mark of not just a great leader, but just of a good guy. You're a really good guy. So it's I came away with a new appreciation of these cyclists and of this director and of the people who surround them as just a really outstanding and tight-knit group of people.
Everybody knows what Livestrong is. Everybody knows what the Lance Armstrong Foundation is. World Bicycle Relief is something that I got involved in 2 years ago through FK Day, who is one of the founders of SRAM, and is now 100% dedicated to World Bicycle Relief. And when I got that story about what that organization does, I just felt, I just have to be part of this because it's just too important. It's all about giving back through the bike, and it started in 2004, I think, after the tsunami. And SRAM, as a corporation, had this idea of how do we respond to this natural disaster, and they came up with this great idea about a large-scale bike program, implementing it into Sri Lanka, and getting people, giving their mobility back. And if you think about what a $134 bike can do to a family, and I've seen it, so for me it made so much sense to be able to give back through the bike, because I owe everything what I did and what I have thanks to the bike. So I think it's a great project, and that's also one of the reasons why I wanted to implement the charity of World Bicycle Relief into this initiative with Eldon, and hopefully give it some more, that people can talk about it and know what it is.
One person makes a big difference. And I'm not talking about me or talking about Johan or anything like that. I'm talking about the average donation for this contest was around $25, which is an amount that most people can come up with, right? It's the cost of a hardcover book. And for World Bicycle Relief, we raised like $69,000, and that's in $25 increments. Thousands of people doing a small thing that's good amounts to something that's really, really, really good. And it doesn't hurt that there's some cool prizes to be won. It doesn't hurt that there's a very famous director and a very famous racer and a very famous team that's behind it. And it doesn't hurt that I spend a lot of my the time on my blog post talking about the importance of fighting cancer. All of these things lead up to, I guess, the catalyst to make something good happen. But when it comes right down to it, it was thousands of individual people, each one of which did something really good that they didn't have to do. And that, I think, is really the coolest thing about this whole thing, is how people will want to do something good when they're given a chance to.